Hi guys, it's Aaliyah. Welcome back to my channel. So in my last video, I had showed what I was actually working on. I am in the middle of doing a mini album for my sister for Christmas, but I could only take so much. So I stopped that project for a little while, and I started in on this mini album, which I showed in my last video. But then, as I was explaining this, or kind of not explaining, but walking through it, I decided to do some like pockets and things, because in the journal I want it to be a little bit different, something a little bit that I don't normally do, and I thought it'd be a good idea if I made, you know, different types of tuck spots and pockets and things, because normally I like to do the corner flips, you know, the flip up, flip down, the Rita Donnelly flip, and I do that in every single journal. I also do other things in journals, but, you know, very occasionally, but my go-to is always the corner tuck. So in this journal that I'm doing now, what I wanted to do was try some different things. So I know that I'm going to try to do some altered bags, like some collaging on these bags, so that way they can be pockets, and then they can also be tuck spots. Also, when I was going through my stash, I found this little tiny envelope, which is so super cute. So I don't know if I'm going to alter this, but I'm definitely going to use this in the journal. Then I was cutting down the inside cover, and I cut out this strip of paper, and originally I threw it away, but then I took it back out of the trash because I can use this for like kind of like to make like a side tuck. So if my page is here, I'll glue down here, here, and here, and then you can tuck something in here. So I saved that piece. But I thought what I would do in this video was to kind of work on some of these little baggy thingies. So I've already inked around the edges, as you can see. And what I thought, I had some of these smaller cutouts, like the tags. I have these. This actually isn't from the kit, but the colors match it. And I believe this one came from my friend Alicia, because she usually sends me little die cuts that are already cut out and things. And then I have like these little label type thingies. I'm really disappointed, not that I'm disappointed, but I had this whole huge book of music paper. But when I bought it, what I didn't realize is because it's so old, I can't fold it in half because the pages are just so delicate that they, see, 1922. The pages are so, like, I just try to turn the page and look, it ripped. I don't know if you can see that. It ripped. So you definitely cannot use them in journals as an actual page because it just rips. So like, see, for example, if I fold it, see, it just rips right open. But what I can do is use the papers and, you know, rip some paper out and collage it. So I'm going to do that. I also have this paper. It's kind of like an origami paper, and I think that I got this from my friend Evelyn. I'm pretty sure, when she sent me some Happy Mail. Did I get it from her? Oh, it could have been Karen. Oh goodness, I'm so not sure, so I do apologize. But I figure I could like rip a little piece out like that. I'll use the music paper and then kind of collage everything, and then, you know, end with like a little thing. So let's just start with this. What I thought, where is my little ruler? I like using my little ruler because it's, you know, it's smaller, and then I can kind of sort of like guess where I want to rip. I'm gonna rip that off, so I don't really need these pieces. But what I want to do is kind of, let's see. And of course, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect because after all, this is a junk journal, and you know, you just do some layering. Like, who really cares? thought maybe something like, I don't know, what do you think, like something like that? That's kind of cool. And then maybe even put a little bit of lace down there. Or, let's see, no, I think I might like the lace idea. But what I do want to do is I will ink the edges a little bit, though I don't know how. I am going to have to be pretty delicate on this one here, because if you are a little too rough, it will rip. And I don't want that to happen. So, just being very, very careful. Okay, so that will be like that. And then let's ink a little bit of this. Unfortunately, inking isn't one of my favorite things to do. I know some people like it. I'm not one of those people. I really just don't like it. I don't know. All right, so let me get some glue. I think I'm going to use, excuse my reach, I'm going to use my Tombow because, I don't know why, just because I like the fine tip on it, and it's not so tacky. Oops. Whereas, like, you know, when you use the Aleene's, the tacky glue, it's really thick, which is fine. But sometimes, you know, you just want something a little bit more not so tacky. And of course, I'm just kind of freestyling this. And I don't know if you watched my last video, but I was doing something a little bit different. I was trying to talk a little bit slower, but I think I came out sounding more ridiculous than slow. I don't know, because I was told I talked too fast. So I was trying to kind of slow it down a little bit, but it just wasn't me. I mean, I'm trying a little bit now, but not so extreme. In my last video, I was really like trying to be very conscious of everything that I was saying, and I think it came across weird. I haven't watched the video, but I was kind of, I don't know. I don't know how to say it. It's kind of weird. I'm going to try it again. Not so extreme, but try it a little bit. Because I do. I know I do. I do definitely tend to talk very fast. And I have no idea why. And it's actually really funny. When I was younger, and my grandmother, well, my grandmother and grandfather used to come from India, they spoke English, but I mean, they spoke English enough, pretty fluently, but listening to somebody talk was a little bit trickier for them. And I used to talk to my grandmother all the time because, you know, she was like the best thing since sliced bread. And as we got older, she had told us that the whole time we were growing up and she would come to visit, she had no clue what we were saying because we talked way too fast. So that's why she always sat there, smiled, and nodded her head. So I know I do talk fast. And, you know, sorry. But sometimes it's just more, sorry, trying to multitask here, trying to pick out some trim to go on the bottom. Sometimes when you're like in the middle or you get excited, you know, your words just come out really fast. Well, at least mine do. Definitely do. Oh, look at this one here. Maybe something like that. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just a little fun. Right on the bottom. Like that. What do you think? I think I like that. So, oh, and I know, I don't know how many videos ago, but I was talking about my glue, like the Fabri-Tac glue, how every time you use it and you put it back up like this, there's a whole like explosion that comes out of the top. And it's so annoying because number one, it wastes a lot of glue, but number two, it's just like, come on, really? And one of my friends, Sherry, who's over at Turquoise Streaming, she said, so I don't, so you can see in here, you know, this tab or this piece of paper that you're supposed to, you know, take this off, you peel that back, you put it back on, what that. But she said she leaves that piece of paper on and then she pokes a hole in there. So that way the glue, it can't gush out. And I'll tell you, it works. I did it when I opened this bottle of glue and I haven't had any eruptions and it's really, really nice. So Sherry, thank you so much for your tip, and I'm sure the crafting world will thank you too, because you get exactly what you need, you know. It's not that it comes out any different. You get it, but when you put it down, because the hole is so little that you poke in there, it can't erupt back up on you. And that's the best part about it. That is the best. So I don't know. What do you think? That's pretty cool, right? So I think, let me see how I am for time. Okay, so we're at the 11-minute mark. I don't want to go too long because, I don't know. I just don't really like long videos too much. Sometimes I do, but sometimes, I don't know. But this is pretty cool. So I definitely love this one. So this will be one tuck spot. And that was using this little tag. But I do have 4 envelopes. So I'm thinking I can do 2 of each because I have 4 of these. So I have 2 of these and then, you know, 2 of these, this one and this one. And I'm thinking that, yeah, I'll do all 4 envelopes. Excuse me, I do want to kind of somehow incorporate this one in. I wonder if I can, let's just start doing another page, and you know, if it gets long, I can always just say goodbye. I just don't like to have it too long, that's why. If I did something like that, and then I have, you know, this down here, oh, I don't know. See, things like this get tricky now, because I'll do one and I'll really like it, and I'll be really happy with the way it came out, and then I'll go to try to do the second one, and I'm like, you know, it's okay. It's not the best, but it'll be all right. And it's really just a collage is what I'm doing. You know, something like that might be fine. So, even like that. So there's like a bunch of images all kind of piled up. I think I like that. You know what? This will be the last one I'll do on camera because, you know, like I said, I don't want it to be too long. But I really am happy with these 2, and then I'll just do the other 2 off camera. And if I get any more fun ideas, like fun, unique ideas that I want to turn into pockets or tuck spots, I'll turn the camera back on. That way you can do like a little craft along with me too. And you know, I always call them craft alongs and all these things. I think that's what they are, because they're not tutorials, because I'm not telling you measurements and how to do something. I'm just kind of showing you what I do, and I don't know. So it's kind of like a craft along, I guess. Who knows? So I don't know what I'll title this. Craft with me? Yeah, why not? Craft with me. Making stuff. I'm making stuff. I think it was like that. And then we had this one kind of layered into. I think that was it like that? No. I don't know, actually. Just Well, let's just freestyle it. And I know, let's see. Okay, so I'm going to do this kind of like that. Oh, and the nice thing about this Tombow glue is no, you can't see how fine the tip is. And so you can really, like, especially with die cuts, you can really get the glue where you want to. I also, last Christmas, I asked for the art glitter glue. I think that's what it's called, the art glitter glue. But actually I have it right here. Excuse my reach again. This. Oh yeah, art glitter glue. Because of the tip that I really liked, because it was so thin. The problem is every time I use it, it gushes out. So I don't know if I'm doing it wrong or if that's just the way it is, or maybe you shouldn't hold it down, maybe you hold it a different way. But anybody that normally uses the art glitter glue, if you can just give me some pointers, because right now I feel like oh shoot, whoops, I think it was like this. I feel like I'm wasting more, and I'm not really capitalizing on the real thin tip, because everything just gushes out all at once. So what's the point of having the thin tip if it all comes running out? So there is that one. And there is that one. So those are my two little collaged altered envelopes, or not envelopes, little baggies, or whatever you call them. These little, the sacks, the little paper sacks. I think actually that's what they're called. So I hope you found this informative and fun to watch. And if I get, like I said before, if I do get some more ideas about what kind of pockets and tucks, I will definitely turn the camera back on. But in the meantime, I will go back and start working on this again. And of course, come back with a flip through if I don't come up with anything else that's kind of interesting. Though I think I want to try to find some more interesting things to do. So, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye.